So it's official. WWE is leaving Fox in 2024 with SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown returned back in 2019 and has been basically WWE's main focal show since 2019. They have been more focused on making SmackDown more watchable than Monday Night Raw, if whether you like it or not. And it was on a bigger platform, like because it was Fox. Fox was more a bigger platform than the USA Network, and unfortunately, is now leaving Fox and it's going back to USA Network. Though it will still be on Friday nights. So what's my thoughts and what's the problem? So basically, the reason why they're leaving Fox is because Fox has been unhappy with WWE Smackdown. You would think why? Because WWE's getting better ratings with the show, but they're not getting the ratings that they promised Fox. If you guys remember back in the USA, back when SmackDown debuted on Fox back in October 2019, that show had its most ratings. First of all, since when it debuted, that was the best rating that they had when they debuted on Fox. Their debut episode on Fox was the best ratings they had since of their entire time with Fox, and they haven't really gotten close to that. They haven't gotten close to a 4. That episode of Fox was, I believe, literally close to a 4 million viewers. It had 3.9, I believe, 3.9 million viewers that tuned in to watch SmackDown debuted on Fox. But since then, they lost ratings. Why? Because they overpromised, but then they underdelivered. They promised Fox they would deliver the best ratings, would give them the good, would give them all the good things to watch. That they even, if you remember when WWE was doing the Friday Night SmackDown commercials, you saw like all these people who basically were already retired. You didn't see Stone Cold. They were showcasing Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker. They're retired and they're not full timers, and yet they wonder why nobody freaking watched, because they promised that all these guys would be on this show, and they did. The only real person that basically was the star for SmackDown was Roman Reigns. And now, given that Roman Reigns is not even there every week because he's a part-timer now, how are you going to get any viewership or ratings now? They don't showcase John Cena. John Cena's a part-timer, sure, he's back currently a little bit. But again, and they basically are trying to also renew a deal recently with Fox. They asked for $3 million. I think 300 million. I'm not. It's 300 million. It's gotta be 300 million. They asked Fox for $300 million. Fox declined it because they're not happy because they lost money. They lost money with Fox, or Fox lost money with WWE because they were promised and they were like hoping to get the best ratings that they were promised of. They're unhappy. They didn't get the ratings that they were promised of. They didn't showcase star power. You have to understand that WWE nowadays don't have star power. They don't have larger life characters. They don't showcase stars. A lot of these wrestlers nowadays are really just jobbers. They're not fucking star power. They are not these larger life characters that have characters and storylines. They're not engaging. They're not entertaining. The only real person in modern WWE or that people would care for to watch that are not retired are guys like Roman Reigns, Edge, John Cena, and The Rock, who's like a semi-retired again, and that's pretty much why they probably brought The Rock back recently, also just to get the WWE to renew the contract with Fox. But unfortunately, that was not enough to get the deal going. They were able to get the deal with USA Network, so that's why they're moving back. So, in a news article, WWE Smackdown is leaving Fox and return to the USA Network starting in October 2024 as part of a 5-year deal with NBC. Plus, beginning in 24-25 season, WWE will produce 4 primetime specials per year that will air on NBC, marking the first time that WWE will air network in primetime in a while. So that's their deal. People familiar with WWE deal with the USA Network first SmackDown valued it at roughly $1.4 billion, which is about 40% increase deal WWE had with Fox. So they're gonna get more money. So this is like a win for WWE, but sadly, this is not a win for, let's say, maybe us, the viewers, or people with Fox or prime time. Sure, they're gonna get more money, and I'm surprised that USA Network is giving them money when they've been getting low ratings with Raw. And I'm surprised. I thought they're unhappy with Raw, but I guess because they want WWE to be known as like this is the show, this is the channel where you can watch WWE. That's basically why they they're so willing to still have WWE, and also they know how Fox was doing on Fox, so they think that would increase their channel viewing, all that kind of stuff. But they have to understand, and people need to understand that Fox is a more known brand, or is a known more channel to watch. It's prime time channel than the USA Network. Yeah, now you're losing on the chance to get the ratings. You that's the value of even you will have more people no matter what still watch SmackDown more than Raw. That was the beauty of when it was on Fox, and it's still gonna be on Fox until now, 2024. But again, this wouldn't have happened, and you would probably have gotten the money that you wanted. That would be saying, even not more, if you actually deliver your promises. Instead, you gave us the false facade that on the debut episode of SmackDown, where we had The Rock return, Brock Lesnar on that show, a ladder match, the WWE title on the line, Cain Velasquez, all this type of shit, and again, The Rock basically set off a huge jump for the race with that show. But the show went literally back to the 2. But they've been consistently getting 2s, high 2s, because it was on prime time, which is good for them. And they have still people. They actually, again, that was when Roman Reigns was the top star, was on the show and shit like that. But unfortunately, because you didn't deliver your promises, you showcase jobbers, you showcase people that no one gives a fuck about. You showcase wrestlers that no one cares about, that don't draw and shit like that, and didn't really fulfill what was cool about wrestling. Go back to cool old school wrestling, back in the early 2000s with Friday Night SmackDown or whatever. That's why Fox won't renew it, and it's WWE's fault. You overpromised, but then you underdelivered. Now, sure, they're gonna get more money, with the current USA deal, as they were asking for Fox. But the thing is, unfortunately, you could have gotten more if you you can even have more if you deliver your promises. But now you're gonna not be on primetime TV. You're gonna get now low ratings compared to SmackDown. People like to say, "Oh, Friday nights." I'm happy he's still gonna be on Fridays. Apparently, he's still gonna be on Fridays, which is a good thing. But like or not, it's not going to be a primetime channel like Fox, which is going to lose a little bit of viewership. Unless you put effort to make your show good. Okay, well, I don't know why WWE doesn't put effort to make people watch Monday Night Raw when all Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football is no excuse. You just suck. But unfortunately, now they're gonna probably start. Who's really gonna waste their time on a Friday now? Are they really gonna try to make the show good? I don't know. But that's a loss, sadly. Okay, and it's WWE's fault why Fox won't renew the deal. They did say that it's going to lead now to 4 primetime. So this is going to be like AEW with their Saturday night shows or whatever. I don't know, not Saturday Night Collision. The whole, how they had Saturday Night Fight Night or whatever. Fight Night, whatever the hell they call it. If you guys remember, WWE used to have Saturday night main events. And they did it back in the 2000s where they had a few Saturday night main events throughout the year. That's basically what they're going to do. So maybe the return of Saturday night main events, which is kind of cool. Which I think that's actually a cool idea. And that'll be on prime time itself. It's just why not just put why not put SmackDown on NBC or whatever? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So that's the news. That's my thoughts on SmackDown moving away from the USA on Fox and going back to USA Network. Apparently, there's rumors that they might even move Monday Night Raw off of Mondays. What the fuck are you guys thinking? Or off these? That's the latest rumor right now. I'm reading this based on what I'm reading online. But it's official that WWE Smackdown is leaving Fox, unfortunately. I actually like Fox as a channel, and it's kind of darn shame that it's leaving it, but they unfortunately did underdelivered. If only you made the show exciting, as good as the first show on Fox, you would have good ratings. Or, obviously there have been a few good Smackdowns on Fox, but they unfortunately underdelivered because that's modern WWE. Modern WWE, their products sucked. Sure, they're focused on, they're good at business making or whatever, but In terms of the show, it sucks, and that's why you won't get the viewership. The ratings do matter, and unfortunately, that's it's gonna help your show, but now you're losing now you're losing that chance of making that more money. I don't know. It's just the politics that's what's gonna help. I did make a video, and I will upload it back in like January, where WWE or Fox was not happy with WWE with the whole not making money, losing money type of thing. I didn't upload it because I was busy with multiple projects, and around the time I had no surgery. I will upload that eventually. But anyways, that's my thoughts. I would wish that WWE would still be on Fox, and I do like it be on Fridays. I hope it will always remain on Fridays, but I do think it's kind of good. Moving it Thursdays when they're going to be with NFL, and also not just that, like Thursdays, like I'm busy on Thursdays anyways. I don't really want to watch wrestling on Thursdays. I think Fridays like a good, even though it's a night where people want to go out and whatever, people will still be home and then go out and about after 10. You know, it's actually a good flow. That's what I've been doing sometimes. You know, if I'm gonna go out and about, and plus there's more. So I understand on Saturdays, but I don't know. I wish WWE would still been on Fox, but unfortunately that's their fault. Why they under-delivered. That's why Fox will renew them. Sure, they're getting more money as they were promised from Fox, but they would probably even got more if fucking Fox were happy. But they didn't make Fox happy. Now that's what happens. So it's WWE's fault. Screw WWE for that, and screw WWE for not even putting on good television. It's their fucking fault. I don't know what to say. At least it'll be on Fridays. That's the only positive. But it just means that they're going to sadly get less of the viewership as compared to Fox's more prime time. Sure, we're going to see few shows on NBC, I believe, which might be the return of Saturday Night events, but other than that, what's the big deal? At least he'll be still on Fridays, but it's just, it's going to be the same channel as USA Network, but for Monday Night Raw. That's sure good for them, I guess, but they got to make the show good. It has been good for years, and like Raw nowadays got like 1 million, like, I don't know. Try to make your shows better. How about do better, WWE? You had Fox, that would have helped you. Now you fucked up. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.